How can you win the game if you don't understand what the rules are and how to play? Well, the rules of the game of capitalism have changed. And in this video, I'm gonna explain to you how they've changed and how you can pivot so you can win. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back. So on Thursdays, we talk about investing. We talk about cryptocurrencies, which I think is the best, most explosive asset class to invest in. On Tuesdays, we talk about before you invest. We talk about business, success, so you can make more money, so you can invest more money. It's the only way to get ahead in life. Today, we are talking about business, success, so you can make more money. And I want to let you know that the rules of the game of capitalism, the game of success have changed. It's all been changed, all right? And first, we have a massive problem with poverty in this world. And when I say poverty, I'm not talking about just money. I'm not talking about just financial poverty, but poverty is where we have more problems than we have solutions for them. When you have problems that you can't solve, and this, like I said, isn't always financial. It could be a problem with drugs that, we have massive drug problems. Maybe you have no transportation to work. Maybe you have limited job skills and you can't find a good paying job because you don't have the right skills for that. There's all types of poverty that you could be suffering from, but we also do have massive financial problems. And that's what I was talking about. The rules have changed, and today we see excessive debt. We have personal excessive debt, personal household excessive debt, which I've talked about how to get out of debt in several videos. We have national debt, government debt, global debt. We have a problem with low wages, low paying jobs, and we have a lot of problems. A lot of these problems are outside the individual's ability to solve them, right? These are kind of more, they're political problems, they're national problems. These are problems that the government's trying to solve. And they're really problems that have been brought on by this fake economy that we have today. And, the cause of these low paying jobs is this fake economy. We've seen, over the last 30, 40 years, we've seen all our high paying manufacturing jobs be sent overseas. And today, most of the jobs that we have, the unemployment's still really low, according to the numbers. And I talk to people who are trying to hire all the time, but most of the jobs that we see are now in the service-based industry. They're not manufacturing. It wasn't that long ago that General Motors was the nation's largest employer, biggest employer. But today, it's Walmart. And I'm pretty sure you're aware that Walmart isn't really known for paying its people, huge wages and giving them all types of pensions and Medicare and all that kind of stuff. So General Motors in a different world not that long ago was the largest employer, and it was good. It was good high paying jobs, and today it's Walmart. And so that's how things have shifted. 50 years ago, it was possible to not have to need a lot of education to do that well financially, right? You could have, with just a basic education, you could have got a good paying job manufacturing cars, manufacturing steel. You could have gotten a pension, you could have gotten medical, and all those things that you need. Plus the cost of living was so low. But today, all those jobs are gone. Today, you're manufacturing burgers, not autos. And so it doesn't pay much to manufacture burgers. In addition, the cost of living has gone up and up and up, right? And so, what used to be possible just isn't really anymore. And so all those benefits those manufacturing companies used to provide, like I said, healthcare, retirement benefits, and so forth, they're just not there. And so you're earning less, and the cost of living went up at the same time, and it's almost impossible to save money for retirement. And we're seeing this. I've made videos about this where retirement or saving for retirement just isn't working, and most baby boomers that are retiring today just don't have enough savings. I think half of all baby boomers have no savings at all. It's a big epidemic. And why? Why? Well, it's a different game. The game has been completely changed, and most people haven't figured this out yet. So, every single day that continues to go on, we see these financial problems just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They're growing bigger. And really, they're all stemming from this larger national problem. That's why I said these are problems that are outside of your control, outside of my control. These are government problems. And it stems from this national problem. It's beyond our problem. And really, it's these poor economic policies. It's cronyism. Now, I started saying that capitalism had changed. we don't really have capitalism. So if you think capitalism has failed, well, we don't have capitalism. We have crony capitalism. So that means, what I mean by crony capitalism is we're seeing the corporations and the governments team up together. The corporations lobby the governments put regulations in place that prevent people from coming and challenging them. So we don't have this free market, which is what a capitalism should be. So we have this, poor economic policies the government's put in place, and we have cronyism. And it all really stems back to 1971 when the rules of money were changed. Now, I'm not going to go super deep into this because I just finished a 2-part video series. Hopefully you've seen that. I'll go ahead and put a link to it up above. We did a 2-part video series on the US dollar losing its position, or how it gained its position in the world and now how it's losing it. So I'm not going to go into that, but in 1971, we went off the gold standard, and that's when everything changed. All of a sudden, the United States government started racking up debt. All the citizens of the US started racking up debt, and on and on and on. And now the whole world is racking up debt. And as the debt has been racked up, as we've created more money, we've inflated the money supply. And as we've inflated the money supply, it's made the dollars worth less and less and less. So as you're saving, the money is disappearing. Now the money is there, but the purchasing power of it has changed. So I'm sure you heard, like in 1971, it was $100,000, but in today's dollars, that's like 500,000. What does that even mean in today's dollars? Shouldn't a dollar be a dollar? What does that mean in today's dollars? Well, that's because they've taken the value away, the purchasing power. And so today, when I hear people saying like, you need to save money for retirement, like, I just wonder what they're thinking. Like, that's like an old adage, right? That's like old saying. Today, the rules of money have changed, and saving money is not going to cut it because we have these new rules of capitalism, right? And the new rules of capitalism, it's not smart to save money. It's insanity to save money, right? You can't be parking your money when it's only losing value, right? So imagine in 1971, if you had enough money to pay cash for a house, and let's say that you had $50,000 to buy like an average house, and so, but I don't want to buy a house right now, so I'm going to put that $50,000 into a bank account. But today, I'm ready to buy that house today, right? Now it's 45 years later, I want to buy that house. Well, sorry, that $50,000 is not going to buy you a house anymore. So that money disappeared, which is why you cannot park it. So in this new capitalism that we have, this crony capitalism, currency, money, it has to keep moving. If you park it, it loses. You have to keep it moving. I've done videos. I did a video about the velocity of money. I'm going to link to it up here. The velocity of money, moving that money as fast as you can, having that money do multiple jobs because it has to keep moving. If the money stops moving, it becomes worth less. Not worthless, but worth less. So we have to get the money moving from asset to asset to asset as quickly as possible, and using that currency, using that asset to acquire assets that are going to appreciate or produce cash flow, or both, right? We need that money to be making money, because if we park it, if we save it, it's going to be worth less and less and less, right? So that's what we're going to do. And we have to move quickly. The longer it sits, the more value that it's losing. And you can see this in prices of real assets. So, gold, oil, silver, housing, stocks, all of those prices have gone up. They've inflated. But really the prices haven't gone up. It's the dollars that came down. It just takes more dollars to buy those today. In my example of the home in 1971 at $50,000, the price of the home didn't go up. It just takes more dollars to buy them today. That's why they say $100,000 in 1971. It's like $500,000 today. That's what that means. And so that's the rules of the new capitalism. The money has changed. It's caused the home prices to soar. The purchasing power of the dollars plunge. The stock markets have rise. And the economists in the media, they call this inflation, right? They call it inflation, but what it really is it's devaluation. They're stealing your money. They're taking the money from you, and you think your home's going up in value, so you feel good. And I mean, if you bought a home, if you didn't buy a home, you're hating it. But if you bought assets, you think all these things are going up and you're feeling good. But the reality is that it's going down and down and down. So you have to recognize that the rules of money have changed. You can't park your money. You can't save retirement. You need to find new skills, to find new high paying jobs, right? Like I said, the manufacturing jobs have been moved out. So you need to invest into yourself. You need to learn new skills, learn high paying skills. I've made several videos about that. Just go ahead and look through the playlist of success and success if you want to find those, how you can find high paying skill jobs. And then you need to learn to invest to beat the inflation. You can't save your way to success. You need to invest your way. And this is what we talk about on the channel all the time. If you want to know deeper parts into any of these subjects, leave me a note in the comment down below. I respond to everybody, answer everybody's question, and I want to know what you want to hear from me. We've talked about all these subjects, and I want to continue going deeper in, but I want to know what you need to hear. I want to provide a value to you. So leave me a comment down below. Give me some thumbs up if you like this video. If you don't like the video, give me some thumbs down. Either way, I want to hear from you, and that's it to your success. I'm out.